Whenever this video is releasing, exactly a year ago, Kingdom Hearts Missing Link got cancelled. And we got the screenshots of Kingdom Hearts 4, all of that shenanigans, the Kingdom Hearts fandom was crashing out. It was a rough time to be a Kingdom Hearts fan at that time. And that was a year ago. I still kind of find it a tad bit odd that Square-Enix never dropped a YouTube video to address the cancellation of Missing Link, and that it was just handled via a Twitter post in the middle of the night, which I know that was the daytime in Japan. I get it, time zones and all of that. But it was still weird to scroll Twitter randomly one night. And because I had notifications turned on for the Missing Link Twitter and all of the Kingdom Hearts related Twitters, I got the notification as soon as it was posted. And I was like, oh wait, Kingdom Hearts Missing Link news? Oh, trailer? Release date? You said pre-registration was, on the way. And then I see a letter about a cancellation at that. I'm like, no, Square Enix, why? Missing Link is still one of the weirdest cases of a mobile game that I think I've ever seen. The weirdest case ever, though, being that one gacha game that got its end of service announced when it got revealed. That was crazy. But no, it's just what happened? Missing Link, as told by beta testers, seemed like it was near completion at least. And the game looked very much near completion. The trailers looked great, the game looked fine. All I heard about it that was a negative was really just it being a mobile game because, canon mobile games in a series that's already considered confusing by the masses isn't a great idea, but that's neither here nor there. Another thing that was spoken about by beta testers of Missing Link during those beta tests was that the game would actually heat up your phone because it is exclusive to the phone. And you have to take into account how ambitious Kingdom Hearts Missing Link was because this is a GPS type of game, similar to Pokemon Go, Pikmin Bloom, other games by Niantic. And on top of that, it's trying to be an action RPG type of game where you have these skills and they can serve as cooldowns, kind of like a command deck in a way, but not really, but sort of. And it's this game on top of that is an Unreal Engine. I'm not sure if it's Unreal Engine 4 or 5, I'll edit that in if it's 4 or 5, but I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure that this game was also under Unreal Engine. And if it's Unreal Engine 5, Unreal Engine 5 currently is already having issues with optimization. Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 5 is a key example of that. Now, I'm pretty sure Spider-Man 2 has been fixed by now, but at launch that game was definitely buggy, and you can tell that game was rushed to be a holiday release for PlayStation 5. Which a part of the problem was also Unreal Engine 5 was new at the time, and it hasn't been mastered as a product. Which I will say that poor optimization has been one of the key figures that's been plaguing mobile gacha games for the past couple of months to years, honestly. Wuthering Waves' 1.0 was atrocious optimization-wise, which, it's gotten better gradually over time. It has been taking leaps forward in optimization. Let's not get it twisted, I love my Wuthering Waves, but 1.0 back then, in 2024, I believe, was pretty bad. Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2 also had optimization as a key controversy throughout the fandom. As the graphical increase looks great, you can tell that they used the Genshin Impact money at Hoyoverse to put a lot of that money into Honkai Impact 3rd. However, at the cost of good optimization, is it really worth it to have pretty looking graphics? Which it might be the Nintendo kid in me, but I always preferred having well optimized games over the most graphically intense, super realistic looking game that I could get. Cyberpunk 2077 was an optimization nightmare when it released, and now it's kind of accepted to have poor optimization in your games now as long as the game looks good. Which, reeling this back into the topic of Missing Link and optimization, I feel like optimizing Missing Link as a GPS action RPG type of game is an insanely tall order. I feel like people underestimate how ambitious Kingdom Hearts Missing Link actually was going to be and was set out to be because it was a mobile game. One thing that the Kingdom Hearts team has never been in my eyes is ambitionless and soulless. I remember seeing that there were plans of player housing and features like cooking, which these are features that you would see in a large-scale MMO type of game, similar to a Final Fantasy XIV, Final Fantasy XI. You wouldn't really find features that they were considering in many mobile games that you play. I have never played a mobile game that has had player housing as a feature, for instance. Oh yeah, another thing that happened on this day was that we got the Kingdom Hearts 4 screenshots. Yay! This was ultimately definitely, yeah, most certainly a PR move because a lot of people saw Missing Link's cancellation and they were like, okay, what's happening with this series, Square Enix? So that was to get the heat off of Square Enix's back for Kingdom Hearts news for sure. And it worked. Everyone was making their videos, I even streamed it, and yeah, it almost felt like Kingdom Hearts 4 was about to get news soon later that year. I remember that's the day I tweeted that Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be the greatest game ever made and pinned it to my Twitter profile. But yeah, follow the Twitter if you haven't. Oh yeah, Future Mirror here. Also, if you've made it this far in the video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and like the video if you're enjoying it so far. I kind of want to experiment adding a segment like this in like the middle of each video just to see how it improves analytics. Also, I recently just made a new Discord server, so if you would like to join that one, be sure to join it in the link down below in the description. Bye! The timing that the screenshots also dropped was insane because that was a month before Summer's Games Fest, because Summer Games Fest is always in June. And it was like, wait, are we getting more news in Summer Games Fest? They told us to keep our eyes peeled for more information. And it was like, whoa, and expectations arose. And then you had the big blowout of the Summer Games Fest that happened last year. Which, in my opinion, that was hilarious, bro. But, you know, I just like to see the chaos. And then eventually the dopamine from the Kingdom Hearts 4 screenshots wore off. But this brings us back to the original question. What happened with Kingdom Hearts Missing Link? Which I did a little bit of investigation, my investigation being the development team announcement. And I did something that a Kingdom Hearts fan like myself wouldn't dare to do, read. And they stated that, although we worked hard on developing and adjusting the game in the hope that it would be enjoyed by lots of players, we determined that it would be difficult for us to offer a service that players would find satisfactory over a long period of time, leading us to the decision to cancel development. Which this kind of just shows that despite all of the motivation and dedication that they've had for this game, that they didn't have much confidence in how long the game would last. Longevity is a key factor in these types of game. One of the main things that you want to have if you're making a gacha game is to keep player retention, which that was actually one of the issues in the past with Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and Dark Road. I remember as I played Union Cross as a kid that I would join many guilds, many unions as they call it in the game, and a lot of them died off, and then I eventually would just have to find a new one, which my final one, it stayed alive throughout the end, thankfully, but yeah, a lot of people would drop the game. Some people were just like, I don't really care about Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, Union Cross, whichever it was at the moment, and at sometimes what would once have been an extremely lively and active union would be a dead one with 2 or 3 members talking in the chat, which keeping players hooked onto your gacha game is why a lot of gacha game devs started to shift more towards daily missions, which to those watching that don't play gacha games, most of your dailies are just short tasks that you get when you log into the game, and then you could do it in like 4 to 5 minutes. And doing this daily would give you the currency that you need to make pulls or summons. So if you're a free-to-play player, then you need to do your dailies every day, or at least most of the days, to rack up pulls to get characters that you like or weapons that you like on the banners. To simplify this explanation for those that don't play gacha games, then let's say you're doing house chores, and by doing your daily house chores, you get paid $5. By the end of the week, you have $35. And that's essentially the effect of doing dailies in a gacha game. It keeps wanting you to come back because you never know if you might need those pulls from your dailies. Now, I'm unsure if Kingdom Hearts Missing Link had dailies in the beta. I know for sure it had achievements and missions, which most gacha games do, but I'm unsure if there was a daily system. So if anyone that has played the Missing Link beta or has watched the Missing Link beta recently, if anyone can correct me in the comments, please do. But yeah, player retention is incredibly important in a gacha game. Another thing that I would assume helps with player retention is to have your gacha games be well accessible. As all of these gacha games are mobile phone games, which phones are very accessible, however, good phones aren't as accessible, which a lot of these mobile games require you to have a good phone. However, the workaround for this that many gacha game developers have been doing since Genshin Impact at least, is to make sure that you have a PC version and a console version. I play Wuthering Waves and Xenoblade Zone Zero on my PlayStation 5. However, porting Missing Link to a PC or a PlayStation 5 isn't as feasible as porting Wuthering Waves or Genshin Impact, as that is a GPS game. The core of Missing Link's gameplay requires you to have the location settings on your phone device turned on. It wouldn't be as simple to port Missing Link to Steam like they did Ever Crisis. This also applies for what they've reportedly been in talks to be doing with Dissidia Duellum Final Fantasy. So yeah, porting Missing Link, kind of an out of this world concept at this point. Missing Link having all of these advantages that turned out to be disadvantages is what ended up putting that game in the ditch. It basically got itself put in a corner. I would have at least wanted them to attempt to drop Missing Link as it was, as we did see that there was pre-registration on the way. Even if it still commercially flopped like Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier, we still would have seen it firsthand. I believe that releasing it still would have helped the Kingdom Hearts fandom in terms of content and getting news and information regarding the series and its story. However, Tetsuya Nomura has always been a type of guy that if something that he wants or wanted to make didn't succeed, he'll always find some way to bring it back. For instance, Nomura wanted to explore Xehanort much more before Kingdom Hearts 3 released, but he also knew that Kingdom Hearts 3 had to release without any further delays, which this then got us Kingdom Hearts Dark Road. Nomura also wanted to write more with Aqua post-Birth by Sleep. This gave us Kingdom Hearts 0.2 A Fragmentary Passage. You can even see this with Quadratum, Yozora, and Verum Rex, because with one of his original ideas of the early 2000s, Versus 13, it was taken away from him, and look at Kingdom Hearts 3. Essentially what I'm getting at is that Nomura wouldn't simply trash his idea. He doesn't do that. He usually just puts him in a recycling bin to bring him back for later. But yeah, this has been the extremely weird case of Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, and a brief retread of the events that occurred last year in 2025. I would like to appreciate everyone that has made it this far in the video. Ultimately, how do you feel about Kingdom Hearts Missing Link's cancellation? Do you wish it released? Or do you wish it got turned into a movie? I know that's been one of the higher requested things for Kingdom Hearts Missing Link's story. Be sure to leave a comment to let me know how you felt about the situation. How do you still feel about the situation? I always make sure that I reply to most comments that I see, so yeah, let's have a discussion down there. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this. And also be sure to hit the like if you like the video, the dislike if you dislike the video, and I'll see you on the next one.